Sometimes I do feel lonely. Sometimes I do long for companionship. Sometimes I do feel sad with a lack of connection in this world. But I don't want to be around people. Not because I hate people, not because I want to harm them, not because I'm afraid of them, and not because I'm angry about something, or holding a grudge against society. If I were experiencing any of those things, I probably wouldn't want connection at all. But I do want connection, because I am a human. I'm self-aware. I know who I am. I'm connected to myself. So I would like to connect with someone else. But I don't like the process of building connections with people. And it's not because I'm lazy or lacking motivation. I can feel highly motivated toward things that I want to do. And I do want to connect with people. But I think I like the idea of making friends rather than actually going out there and experiencing friendships. Because whenever I have to meet people, I dread it. And I'd wish that something would come up so that I don't have to do it. Because throughout my life I have noticed that people are so fake and superficial. They don't really care about who you are or how you feel. You could be going through something and they probably wouldn't even notice. Or if they're malignant, they may even feed off your pain. But they struggle to truly share your feelings or understand your experience. Most people don't really understand each other. And I think it's because most people are in denial. They're lying to people. They're lying to themselves. And there are so many things they don't want to confront. So as someone who is very honest, I can spot this immediately. I know when people are being fake to me. And I struggle to hide my true perceptions of people. Because I was raised in a way where I was not allowed to hide anything. My family had to know everything about what I thought about things, or about anything that I was doing. If I wasn't 100% transparent, I felt unsafe. Even if I was having a shower or using the toilet, my family would often still find a way to unlock the door from the outside and come in. They would always step over my boundaries, especially during vulnerable or personal moments, almost like an intimate partner. So I am not good at hiding things. Hiding things always felt dangerous to me. So whenever I'm interacting with someone, I can't hide how I really feel. I might unconsciously fake interest or emotions initially, because that's what I've learned to do to appease people, to stop them from feeling threatened by me. But the truth is, I see through everyone, and I have for a very long time. I just trained myself to fit in. I trained myself to get along with people. And I will admit that I think I overdid it a lot of times. I went above and beyond to try and prove to people something I know is not true. I tried to be friends with people. I tried to get people to like me. And each time it burned me out. Each time it drained the life out of me. Because I wasn't being real. I was being just as fake as they were. And it was very tiring for me. And now that I've taken that mask off, I can't put it back on. Because now I know how it feels to not wear a mask, and it is liberating. I feel much more at peace with myself now. When I used to get headaches, I used to experience internal conflict, cognitive dissonance. And it's because I pretended to like being around people who I didn't really like being around. I pretended to be interested in everyone and everything because I just wanted to keep the peace. I wanted to sustain the sense of uniformity, even though internally it was tearing me apart, to the point where I didn't even know who I was anymore. I kept trying to blend in because I didn't want to be seen alone. But now I've realized that while I may want connection, I do not enjoy the process because I can't deal with small talk. I can't deal with the same questions over and over again because in my mind I know they don't really care. They don't care about my hobbies or interests. They don't care about what I do for a living. They only care if they can use me to elevate themselves in some way. Or they're just waiting to talk about themselves so that they can get validation from me. And I know that this is what most people are like because I've seen this so many times. People come around me just to get some cheap, dirty 2-second high. And then they run off feeling better about themselves at my expense. And sometimes it's malicious, other times it isn't. But either way, it still irritates me. Because it's abuse. They are mistreating me. They are using me for the wrong purpose. Because while they may lack character and personality, and they may be shallow and superficial, I'm not. I have depth. I have a deeper understanding of things. I am someone who thinks about things deeply. And when I engage in these mindless conversations, it disrupts me and it affects my productivity. Also, someone else can get a hit of dopamine. And this behavior is retarded. It just slows things down. It's a form of seduction in which I am being led astray or being drawn aside. And it is something I don't engage in anymore. Because while when I was younger I wasn't so aware of things, now I know my worth. I know what I'm capable of. And I know I'm not something that people can just toy with because I take good care of myself. I have been on a vegan diet for the last 7 years. I work out 5 days a week. I do yoga. I've made thousands of videos inspiring millions of people around the world. I'm constantly researching, learning, growing. I learn new things every day. And I used to think that maybe I just wasn't good enough. Maybe I didn't live up to people's expectations. But now I've realized that I was always too good for what people had to offer to me. Because they couldn't offer me loyalty or commitment. They couldn't improve my life in any way. And all people seemed to do was bring me down, while claiming that I was the one who wasn't enough, which didn't make any sense. Because I was the one who was doing everything for them, and not getting anything back in return, to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore. So now I've learned that it's not that I wasn't good enough for people, it's that I was too good, and they didn't know how to take care of me. They neglected me or mistreated me. And gradually this began to affect my health and performance. And yet they didn't want to take accountability because they already knew they weren't on my level to begin with. So all they could do at that point is dip out. And this is what makes it so tiring, because there's just so many freeloaders, so many parasites, and I can't be bothered with it. Why am I going to be excited about someone feasting on my emotional energy? What is that meant to do for me? It does nothing for me. All it does is drain me. And I haven't got the energy for it anymore. Because I already know where it's going. I already know that most people just want to sprout their wings at my expense. They want to become confident, independent, or successful off the back of what I'm doing, because they can't generate anything by themselves, and there is nothing attractive or appealing about that to me. I can't deal with the nagging, criticizing, complaining, pressuring. So now even just the thought of being around people stresses me out, because I know people are hungry. I know that people expect the best from me, and I just can't be bothered with it. And yeah, I can see that the world has changed. I can see that people are behaving differently. People have become angry, bitter, entitled, resentful, and I don't feel bad for people anymore. I'm done sacrificing myself for people who never even said thank you, people who never followed up on their promises. And while sometimes I may feel lonely, most of the time I'm actually quite satisfied with my peace. And I wouldn't trade my peace for what I had before. But yeah, let me know what you think about what I've said to you. Is this something you've been experiencing? Are you tired of dealing with people? Are you beginning to realize that your peace is more valuable? Let me know down in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Subscribe if you're new to be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.